Here we have Ruthie and Carrie on Christmas Eve, 1999, playing Jingle Bells. Yay! Very nice. Carrie.
She can't see the music.
Yay! Suzette and Melody. Christmas bells. Okay.
Christmas bells are ringing, hear what they say to you. Jesus is born in Bethlehem, in Bethlehem. Christmas bells are ringing, hear what they say to you. Jesus is born in Bethlehem, in Bethlehem.
Budge Girls again.
Color bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw us away. Christmas is here, bringing a cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding dong ding dong, dart is a song with trouble ring, all carolling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, holy bound, raising the sound, all hail and telling the tale. Carol the ring, while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 Merry Christmas. Merry, 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 Merry Christmas. On the sand, on the land, jump the tower to the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw us away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding dong ding dong, that is a song with trouble ring, all carolling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound, oh, hail and telling the tale. While people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 Merry Christmas. Merry, 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 Merry Christmas. All on the sand, on with the land, they jump to every home. Dong.
You know, those voices.
They're sisters.
I told you I didn't want to sing.
Tell your father this one made
I know I changed keys.
This is that you're like, ting ting. She didn't change keys. Nothing I heard.
Whoa. Okay.
All right.
Now it's backwards.
Record.
No, we're gonna do
That's
that.
another question I have. It looks like those bows come awful close to that person's eyeball.
Don't do anything with it.
When you're up there standing on that, I thought for sure somebody was going to get poked in the eyeball. It's a good thing
Kinda wonder, don't
singing. What happens when they're singing doing different notes? You know, and the bow is going in a different way.
Yeah.
And the next person. I don't know how they do it.
Maddie does that to me all the time. She's like going opposite directions.
Oh, it's, no, that's.
Yeah, and their bows get caught.
Well, you, now, how many instruments do you play?
Two. I play piano and cello, and I can.
And who?
Cello.
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 Well, I don't know. How come you're not up here playing piano? too?
Are we holding the second time
Is that right?
No.
And what else?
We're
And,
gonna hold through that
you,
section.
you play the
right?
flute, piccolo, oboe, juice harp, what?
I took a lesson on guitar and I played violin for a year.
Ruth, get it off.
How about Suzette? What is she?
I played 2.5. 2.5?
Keep it
I
on.
played clarinet halfway through the
You
fifth grade.
stand around, Ruthie.
Oh,
I
that's
have
right. I
been.
remember.
Bring it back so you get
And she
everybody,
plays
Ruthie.
violin and piano.
I know you play the piano. What else?
And organ.
Okay.
Yeah, and I played clarinet in high school.
I'm getting everybody.
That's
We're
fine.
ready.
Now I'm ready.
We're like through with that one place.
Oh, please.
When Ruth's playing the melody, we're holding
Oh.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
You gave me the wrong paper.
Oh.
So I was playing all the wrong notes.
It sounded like your violin was laughing.
It was, because I was laughing.
Melody.
It looked like
Seem familiar?
Thinking you were still at first.
Melodies.
It's love and joy and laughter, a ripple everywhere. Christmas is a Christmas, dreams and dreams. It reaches out to touch you as the holiday draws near.
Christmas Eve invites quiet contemplation. More than any other day, Christmas Eve inspires silence. The streets empty, the rush subsides, quiet displaces the commotion of everyday life. In the stillness, one rediscovers the superiority of silence over verbosity. One recognizes how frequently words are shallow, unnecessary, and sincere. Christmas Eve invites meditation on the quality of each life. In the hours before the world celebrates the greatest life ever lived, the invitation arrives unsolicited. In silence, one discovers a calming, healing presence. Silence gives birth to the wisest thoughts, the most charitable impulses. However hardened to the world one might be, silence opens the door to reverence, wonder, even awe. In silence, we detect the better angels of our nature. We see our human possibilities. We glimpse the divine. And with it came a beautiful picture of the Nativity that someone had drawn, which is really pretty. Then across the way, there was an article by a man called, his name is Jack Cowan. It said, "Memories are best of all gifts." The Christmas tree stood in the corner of our small living room, just around the corner from an archway that led to the equally small dining room. Our tree was real cheap, real old by the time it got to us, and real ready to shed needles by the thousands. A few strings of lights with bulbs as big as golf balls tried our parents' patience and tested the fuse box. They were series lights. If one bulb failed, the entire string would go out. More time was spent screwing bulbs in and out in an attempt to find the culprit than was occupied with any other activity of the Christmas season. I remember those days. I remember one new addition to the string of lights, a candlelight bulb that, after a short warm-up, gurgled bubbles silently at the slender bulb. The rest of the tree was hung with a smattering of worn and tattered ornaments and a rope of colored paper circles intertwined and glued that we kids had made at school. A white sheet surrounding the trunk concealed a threadbare carpet, the soon-to-be repository for Santa's blessings. The top was reserved for the symbol that reminded us of the reason for it all, an angel. In our humble house, first, last, and always, Christmas was the birthday of Jesus Christ. Bing Crosby need not have bothered singing White Christmas. Snowstorms fueled by Lake Erie filled streets to overflowing with the stuff. We went to downtown Cleveland on a series of streetcars to see Santa, gazed in wide-eyed wonder at treasures and department store windows, and wished for all the things boys of the Depression and World War II dreamed about. Toy airplanes, cars, Red Ryder BB guns, bicycles, anything. Christmas Eve meant midnight mass. Either sang in the choir or served mass. I remember the music, candlelight procession, and stiff Buster Brown collars that wore my neck raw. As we moved slowly in procession down the aisle next to the stained glass windows, my right side would be alternately chilled by the bitter cold of the windows and then boiled by the radiators between the windows. Chills and sweat, and the glory of the Latin Mass. Christmas morning brought us mostly socks, scarves, boots, and gloves. What we needed won out over what we wanted. But there was always one fun thing, and we were thankful. I can recall vividly the gift of a cast-iron car that came from the Santa who lived across the street, a Protestant who made sure the oldest boy of John and Christina Cowan, poor Irish Catholic immigrants, would have something for Christmas. I will never forget that. We Cowans had dinner together, 5 boys and their mother and father. All the aunts and uncles, cousins and grandparents were still in Ireland, and poverty, unlike any we would ever suffer. I can imagine now how thankful our parents must have been for what we had. The day was spent running in and out of the house, playing in mountains of dirty snow, drying wet woolen mittens over hot air registers, and gulping down gallons of hot chocolate. Snowball fights brought wails of distress from the little kids and invariably a shattered window. My parents tried their best to keep our thoughts on the true meaning of Christmas. It was a losing battle even then, as poverty gave way to prosperity, and meaning was replaced with meaningless. Does the man whose birthday we hardly remember weep in despair over our divergence? A thought often crosses my mind as I reflect on Christmas past and present. Am I happier now than I was with that beat-up old toy car? Nah. It was a happy time, not for the things we had, but for the family that was. 5 little boys and their heroic parents, who had left all they knew and held dear for a future for themselves and their children. By today's standards, we would have qualified for welfare and food stamps, but thank goodness they did not exist. We did not live in poverty. We did not feel poor. Compared with the fragmented families of today, whose status in life is measured by things, we were rich as rich can be. The Christmas season finds me in a constant state of reflection, always coming to the same conclusion. The greatest gift my parents bestowed on me was the United States of America.
I remember those stories, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I tell you, they were really true.
That's great. Neat stories. That was in today's paper?
Today's paper. They're
That's a
just
neat story.
one article after another,
That's a
you
good
know,
story.
on the editorial page. It's really good.
Very
Done
good.
it first.
To receive a can of, or a bottle of Fitch's hair oil. You don't remember those.
What was it?
It was a bottle of
Did
oil.
it have the black, I mean the blue and white stripes coming out from a central, the logo on it?
No, it was just a bottle of Fitch's hair oil, about so big, and it was filled with red or green oil. And you get on your hair and comb it down, and we thought, gee, we
Bandit.
were really
So you have
spiffy
like
guys.
red and green hair or something?
Oh, Grandpa. We drove by that sign